Think of me for a moment. You're outside on a nice spring day, doing some yard work, and you notice one of your neighbor's young children is playing in the front yard. And it's a typical neighborhood, so there's cars parked, on the street and stuff. And the mother's near, but she's not really attentive. And people are entering and exiting the neighborhood, and you see the little child start wandering into the middle of the street. What would you do at that moment in time? Everyone would try to save the child if the car was going to hit them, correct? But why? Why would people try to save a child that will be hit by a car? They would do that because it is instilled in us a sense of duty. But what is duty? Duty is defined as a moral or legal obligation to act. Now, a problem with humanity is a lack of a sense of duty, specifically regarding families, workplaces, and in society. So, the motivational speaker Simon Sinek speaks often about the golden circles in regard to business model and human behavior. And at the core of his circle is why. In the core, shaping our beliefs is family. And at the core of every society is the family. When children are raised lacking any sense of duty, it would be no surprise that the trend will continue when they start their own family. If children are raised opposite of how it is modeled, with two parents being engaged, they are left with one person shouldering all the burden of parenting. Now, this leads a child to noticing that one parent is displaying the duty and the other is ignoring their duty to their family, which it starts a trend for their children to follow when they start their own family. One parent can do the best they can, but they cannot adequately demonstrate to their child the duty that they have to their family, because they cannot be both the majority breadwinner and demonstrate their obligation to their family. Now, this is dangerous because it will lead to the children growing up and parroting the same things that their parents did. And without adequate modeling at home, once a child enters the workforce, the lack of foundation will cause their duty to their employer and their co-workers to fail as well. In the workplace, a lack of duty hinders not only your co-workers and employer, but also your personal work ethic. Some people in the workplace have the mindset of good enough because either it is hard work or it's just monotonous and boring. As opposed to what is stated in the Bible, that you should do all your work as if you're doing it for the Lord and not for humans. The good enough mindset allows us to drop our responsibilities when at work and do the minimal amount of work necessary to get by. Another area lacking in the workplace is mentoring. People are trained in certification, whether through college or trade school, but once they reach their place of employ, they don't know how to reasonably apply it to their job. A duty that we all share that contributes to the well-being of society is being a good steward to the planet. Taking care of our planet is not only something we are called to do by God, but it's also something that we have to do to ensure the future generations have a home. Along with this, we are lacking in our duty to strengthen and educate the young ones. One example of this is the broken education system, where the system binds the hands of educators who are no longer being able to teach because they are judged on how well their students do on standardized tests, combined with the fear of violence that happens in public schools. We live in a post-industrial education system, forcing kids who don't want to learn to attend, bringing down the kids who want to learn. Quite possibly, our most common failing in duty as a society is we forgot who our neighbors are and how to treat them. This is evident in nursing homes where we feel no duty to take care of the people that took care of us, and because of that we lock them away for other people to do the work that we should be doing. Visiting them maybe once or twice a week. We're not taking care of single parents or people that have taken care of us. And that is something that we need to work on as a society. And that is our duty to each other.